I was always afraid of the term frontrunner, actually, in wearing it, because I wasn't a fast runner. I wasn't going to be the front runner. But for me, it meant something different. It meant being proud of being on this team.
When I say I'm a front runner, it means that I'm someone willing to put myself out there and represent for people that aren't ready to yet.
It means that I'm part of an entire community of people who are willing to be out and only willing to show that in a positive way.
I would always be sort of cognizant of wearing my uniform around and not covering it up. Even when it was cold out, I wouldn't throw a jacket on until we got front runners' jackets.
You know, I don't know if I can remember my first run. Quite a while ago.
I don't remember being particularly nervous.
But at that time they were meeting at little restaurants and stuff, and it was much more sort of informal.
My first fun run, I was very nervous. One person came up to me and recognized me as a newcomer, and that definitely helped to break the ice.
My very first run, I was really nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I'd be fast enough. I didn't know if everyone was going to be nice. I didn't know if they were going to be mean girls.
But I think in any situation when you're walking in and that many people are there on one Saturday, there are a lot of people there.
The weather was like 35 degrees, so I went on my first fun run. I was wearing sweatpants and a gigantic hat and gloves that a snowboarder would wear. And I overheated immediately. I ran like maybe 200 yards, 200 feet, I don't even know how far I got, and I died. Mortified, completely mortified. And that was my first experience.
It is almost impossible to enumerate like what Front Runners has given me.
Front Runners gave me a new life. I'm amazed at the dinners that we have now, the annual banquets, you know, where young guys come up and say, Front Runners changed my life.
It's given me a level of self-confidence that, you know, I never had.
It gave me a family. I think that's a cliche, but it's true.
When I joined Front Runners, I was having a hard time with my family because I had just come out, and really Front Runners sort of took up that space for me.
Front Runners has given me a lot of courage. One of the things I never imagined that I would ever do was run a full marathon, and it was because of being in Front Runners that actually got me to that point where I was confident enough to say, I can run a marathon.
When I moved to New York and I had started joining Front Runners, I was always Meryl, the gay sister. I was always the gay cousin. I was the really fast girl that was gay on my team. It was always that, and it's so nice to identify with people who they can just say it's Meryl.
I actually identify with being a front runner.
So every run that I do, I have to wear my singlet because I want everybody to know that I'm a front runner.
I don't know what would have happened without a place like Front Runners. I really don't.
I am so excited about the possibility of a documentary being made about front runners.
Especially the international part. I would love to see what's happening with other clubs.
I think a documentary needs to be made to offer another avenue for people to experience front runners that may not have it right outside their back door, or may not have it in their local church basement where ours is.
I think by seeing this, they're gonna know that we're not all, you know, stereotypical gays.
I think it will give great visibility to the club.
And I think documentaries allow for lots of people to get to be role models to, I don't even know how many people are going to see this, hopefully, you know, millions.
I think especially in these times that we have the technology to be able to capture and show what Front Runners is all about, I think this is an excellent, excellent idea.
I love reading about and talking about the history of the club, and I think it's wonderful that somebody's doing that and putting it together in a way that's really shareable with the whole world.
I am excited to learn all the things about front runners that I thought I knew about, but I didn't really know about.
You know, when there was a time everyone was wearing bright pink shorts.
Are you going to address the spelling issues of Frontrunner in your documentary?
My name is Bettina from Berlin. I skated as a kid, and 13 years ago I met Birgit in Berlin at an ice rink, and
and she made me to skate competitions again. I did competitive figure skating in ice dance till I was 18, and I never wanted to compete again. But the Gay Games in Amsterdam were the kick to do it again, and so we planned to do pair skating together, and so it's the 6th year we are doing pair skating together, and it's a pleasure to do it with Birgit because she's really strong, and if you're wondering who's the lesbian and who's the straight one, I'm the lesbian. Even if she lifts me, and she's taller, so it's easier for her to lift me and to throw.